Anyone saying anything about that I'm drinking or something, you guys,
When I have a kid, I'm not gonna have nannies. That's for damn sure.
What does that mean? You're not gonna have a babysitter when you have a kid? How are you gonna do anything? You're gonna...
What's going on, everyone? It's Rich Lux. Oh my gosh. Okay, before I start this video, I want to say a big shout out to Peter Mon. For those of you who know, Peter Mon is a popular YouTuber on here. He recently got involved in a car accident. It's all over Twitter. It's all over the news. It's big. I don't want to add any speculation. I don't want to add any more fuel to that fire going on, but I do consider him a friend, and I am just so like emotional about the situation is like the right words, or like I'm looking on Twitter, like I'm starting to see like people that Peter supported that are not supporting him back. So I just got really emotional. So I'm just like, what is going on? So anyways, Peter Mon got in a car wreck. Send him lots of love. I reached out to the family if they want to give out an official statement. So check me out on the Twitter if that happens, if they feel so inclined to do that. And I also want to say to all the families that were affected in the situation, send them love too. And if you're a Peter Mon supporter, and if you want to show some love and support, drop some blue hearts in the comments down below, because Peter Mon loves blue hearts and all that stuff like that. So it was just a lot. I'm just very emotional about the situation, and I have a lot of mixed emotions. That's like the best way I can put it. The best way I know how to put it. So just send him love on his Twitter, on his Instagram. Send him love and support. I'm pretty sure he'll, when he wakes up or whatever, if he is awake, when he sees it, I'm sure he'll be happy to see it. So anyways, it's kind of hard to like move different subjects from something so deep to like something over here. Okay, this video today is sponsored the house by Vance Global. Thank you, Vance Global, for sponsoring this video. I have it right here. It's really good stuff, girl. You're not gonna steer you wrong. You got to follow the rules, girl. If you can't, I would say just take a little piece if you can't handle. It is Delta 8, 400 mg. All right, it's from a really small mom and pop brand. They make amazing products out there. They also have really cool merch. So thank you, Vance Global, for sponsoring this video. I love you guys so much. I'll put my link down below if you guys are interested. Let's get on with this drama. So we're gonna talk about Trisha Paytas, the huge bomb Trisha Paytas dropped today. She answered a lot of questions that people wanted to know. So for those of you who are not caught up on the drama, Trisha Paytas went live today. She's currently probably still live right now, is making this video. So there have been videos that have been made on YouTube. There have been Twitter posts, Instagram feeds. There have been Instagram little drama accounts that were posting that Trisha Paytas was drinking during her pregnancy and stuff like that. So that was like this whole big drama. Trisha Paytas shut it down. Okay, here's what she had to say. Here we go.
anyone saying anything about that I'm drinking or something, you guys, I have been sober since December 2020. I have been regulating emotions and controlling myself and disengaging and setting boundaries since September 2021. Like, I've worked on myself so much that I feel like this baby was kind of this like graduation gift of like, good job, you sober, you worked on yourself, like now you get the baby. And I don't know, I don't care what anyone else says, like I freaking improved so much on myself. I'm so proud of how far I've come through meditation and spirituality and all of that stuff, wise mind, breathing, DBT, all that. I just feel so proud of myself. And then this baby came and I was just like, this just feels like it all came together at the right time.
So she says she hasn't. The only thing I would have to add to that situation is I do think that Trisha Paytas is very smart. So she posted this one picture here. That could be juice. I have a lot to say because y'all are gonna come for me. Like, I got canceled yesterday because I made a statement saying that Trisha Paytas is a party girl, and whenever party girls get pregnant, have babies, they change and they just become real, like, all about the mommy vibes and stuff like that. And people, this is the part where I got canceled, and they were like, but she's not a party girl. She's someone who struggles with mental illness and stuff. I was like, oh, okay. I get what I'm saying. Maybe I misspoke. Okay, maybe I misspoke on that part, so I do want to apologize. I get Trisha Paytas does struggle with mental illnesses and stuff like that. She has said that herself. Maybe not. In some weird way, I just want to say, wish her the best in the situation. And, you know, there's a lot of people who are very angry about Trisha Paytas being pregnant. A lot of people are very angry about Trisha Paytas being married and all that, because she has put out tweets before, like this one right here. Tweets that say that. And with that being said, all you can do, right? It's obvious that Trisha's not going to apologize to the community that she's offended, the many communities she's offended. But, you know, it's like, what do you do? You know, what do you do when you try to hold someone accountable, or you try to let them know and they just keep going? It's like, at some point, you just gotta let it go. Let go and let God. I mean, unless I'm wrong, let me know in the comments down below what's gonna happen. Because I don't think the people who are very upset with Trisha, I don't think they're ever gonna let it go or let down. they're gonna keep reminding her. And when I look at Trisha, it's so interesting. When I look at Trisha and what she's doing now, she like is doing her thing. She's not starting any drama. I know she's a couple little lies here and there that I be catching. Okay, and then I see this picture of her drinking in the Maldives, right? Knowing that at that time she knew she was pregnant. But then it's juice. It could be something else for her to post that so that people can talk about it, you know? At a time when it just should have been, congratulations to Trisha Paytas, wish you the best. And just because I got canceled for this too 2 days ago, on top of being canceled yesterday, every day I get canceled, girl. So on top of that, just because I said congratulations to Trisha Paytas and her baby, people were like, oh my God, you're on the Trisha payroll now, you support Trisha. Just because I congratulate her does not mean that everything she's ever done I am okay with. I am not okay with some of the things that Trisha Paytas has done in the past. They're very problematic things she has done and community she's offended in the past. I'm just trying to be nice, put out good vibes, and wish her the best with her pregnancy. Don't want to cause her any stress. We talked about that in the other video, okay? But just because I congratulated her, therefore, oh my God, the storm that ensued because of that, because I said congratulations, wish you the best with your baby and Moses. It's like, I don't agree with some of the stuff Trisha Paytas has done. I'm pretty sure I don't agree with some of the stuff I have done. But with that being said, it's obvious now that she's working on herself, and I have receipts of her saying that, and trying to move forward. She'll post pictures like this, which gets the community to start talking about it. So I almost can't help but to feel that was that an intentional post to get people to talk, even though that's not even what it is. It could be juice, you know, but it gets people to talk. It's very interesting, and I always think that, you know, it's kind of calculated, but who am I, girl? When it comes to pregnancy, you know, that day she announced she was pregnant, oh my God. So I can't believe some of the comments I've seen. It's like, people do not wish her, I don't even want to say it. I have seen some very negative comments about Trisha Paytas the day she announced she was pregnant. I couldn't even believe it. So moving on, right? Then Trisha Paytas talked about stuff that she was eating and that she's being more careful with what she's eating because the community was starting to call out what she's been putting in her belly, right? And which explains that while she was on her trips, that she was consuming a lot more calories than usual. It's like, okay, well, she's eating for 2, that's why. But it's obvious now that she's really focusing on eating healthier for the baby. And it's a very controversial subject, right? Because you have Trisha, who is a very controversial person, who has came for people in worse situations or similar situations. And now it's almost like I just don't feel that because she's pregnant, this is somehow a vindication arc for her, or that because she's pregnant, this clears her name of all these things. No, and I think that people with the brain cell kind of feel the same way. They don't think that either. Then they asked her about having a nanny. And remember, she started all this drama about never having a nanny. Remember that? Here we go, roll it.
When I have a kid, I'm not gonna have nannies. That's for damn sure.
What does that mean? You're not going to have a babysitter when you have a kid? How are you going to do anything? What does that mean? You're trying to attack our parental abilities?
Let's just move on. There's no attack. I just made a comment.
Is there something wrong with having a nanny?
In my eyes, yes.
Really?
We just keep doing the
What about daycare?
Daycare's different.
Why?
Nannies are like people who come here and take care of your child all day.
Because we're working. That's how everybody has nanny. They work. People work.
You can take care of kids and work. I never had a nanny. My parents, I never had a nanny.
And so you think we're bad parents? That's what you're insinuating?
I said I would never have a nanny. Did I say you had a bad parent? You're putting words in my mouth. I literally said I would never have a nanny if I had a kid.
Okay. Well, I think a lot of people have nannies. A lot of our employees have nannies. Because we both work, right? And so we have a nanny that Theodore really likes, and he spends the whole day with her. And then when she's done around 4:30, we take over and spend. Cool. I think that's pretty normal.
Good. Happy for you guys.
Why are you attacking our parental?
I'm not. I said I would not
choices?
have a nanny if it was me.
But
I'm not attacking your parental choices. You do whatever you want. I'm not attacking.
But why did you make that comment then?
I'm just saying. I heard a nanny upstairs, and I was like, oh, I want to have a nanny.
Why'd you say it?
Because I want to have a nanny. I heard a nanny upstairs, and I was like,
but clearly you're trying to say something about us.
No, I'm not at all. That's you.
Really? You just said it out of nowhere when you're mad at me?
You're projecting that.
No, I'm not. Why would I? How am I projecting?
Because you're like, oh, you're attacking us. I didn't attack you. I just said I would have a nanny.
Do you think I'm a good dad?
It was a comment. I have no idea. I don't know. You seem fine. You seem good with him. I have no idea if you're a good dad. I can't say either way.
But I have a nanny.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
I don't think it's a problem. I would just, if I was lucky enough to have a kid, I would just spend my time with the kid and figure it out where we could, figure it out. Because my mom and dad did that. My mom was a single mom, and we still never had a nanny.
She didn't work when you were like 1.5?
She worked at night.
And nobody watched you?
My brother.
Oh, well, he doesn't have a brother or a sister. So should he just be by himself?
You have family, don't you? You can't be with his grandparents?
They're not here.
They
have a life. I wish,
they have a life.
I would let them come.
That's what family does. My grandma watched me.
Okay, so then this is the problem with my family.
Sure, put that out there if that's the narrative you want to say, sure. Whatever you want me to say, I will. If you want me to say that,
I'm just trying to follow the thread because you're upset and
There's
you're trying
no
to.
threat. I literally made a comment that if I'm lucky enough to have kids, because I can't fucking have kids, that I'll be with them all the fucking time and make sure I can spend as much as I can with them. And then when
Don't you think it's healthy to be away from them sometimes?
Yeah, but they should be with another family member.
So they should never be with anyone that's not in their family.
I don't believe in that at all.
Seems extreme. Seems like not everybody has that luxury. You know?
Sure.
So should I quit or should Hila quit?
It's not about quitting. It's about balancing your schedules, in my opinion. You could do whatever you want, but if it was me, it'd be called balancing your schedules, especially because you're both blessed to be able to like work for yourselves. Like you should, I would balance it.
So right now, Hila's at the job and I'm doing the podcast. So should I not do the podcast or Hila should not be at the...
I think both. I think
Okay.
you should get
I just want you to help with my schedule. So I'm not going to do the podcast.
If you want my help, I'll give you your help.
Yeah, I'm just trying to help.
For my help.
Yeah, I'm asking for your help scheduling my life around Theodore.
All right.
So I'm doing the podcast now. So Hila should be at home for sure. And then when I'm done with the podcast, she can go to the office and I'll be with Theodore.
Yeah, I think that's a great schedule.
Okay. And do you know what it's like being with a 1.5-year-old?
Of course not, because I don't have a parent.
Right.
It's a little insensitive because I'm infertile, and it's a really issue that I struggle with.
Well, I
so
ask is because you
I
realize
don't
that you
have
can't
kids,
do
and
any
so by
work when you're
saying
with...
that, you're saying, do you have kids? Throwing it in my face that I don't. So
No, that's not what I was doing.
it's exactly what you're doing, because you know I don't have kids. So
No,
why would you ask
my
the question
point was that,
you know?
you're assuming that it's so easy for me to be with a 1.5-year-old, not knowing how insane and like nonstop it is, that I wouldn't be able to do anything else with the rest of the day when I have work to do. I have to work. I'm an adult. I have a job like most adults do. And what happens if you're two parents and you have to go like,
Where's your mom and dad don't want to watch Theodore? They don't want to have to
They're
spend
here
every
on
minute they
Sundays.
can with him. I know my mom would be like, oh, let me like my.
That's your mom.
Right. So I'm just giving you my perspective. You asked
So
for my help.
So you're criticizing my mom.
You said I gave you my perspective.
No, I want your perspective.
Okay, that's all I said.
Well, I do wish you guys have a kid, and I'm sure it'll be great. And I hope that you quit doing everything you do in life just to be with that kid 24/7.
Because I work for myself, and you know what? That's when you find someone.
And I hope
mom,
Moses.
my sister.
I hope Moses quits every single thing he does to be with the kid every single moment when you are.
That's totally fine if he wants to. If he doesn't want to, whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, like everybody does with kids.
Yeah.
They quit everything they do.
When you have a kid, you should try and be with it as much as possible, not
be with it.
Strangers.
Abby's not a stranger.
She's not your family.
Dan's not. I mean, Dan's not family, but I trust him.
Okay.
The pizza's here.
Wow.
Should we keep doing beauty products?
Whatever you want.
All right, let's do it. What triggered you again? What were we talking about?
Hila being too good for me to talk about on this podcast. Don't even fucking mention her. And she's a fucking queen. Like, don't even fucking mention me on the podcast.
Right, that's
even
why.
though I'm a literal podcaster.
Right, that's why.
Cool. And you can talk about
oil. You want to do the oil?
Sure.
The pizza's here, everybody. Woo! The pizza's here. We had a full meltdown while you were gone.
Expect another text from your sister.
Oh my god.
I'm not coming back to the house. I'm not. Like,
No.
Moses said, what happened? You know, this is the literal meme where you walk in with the pizza and the room's on fire. This is the literal meme where you come back with the pizza. Oh my God.
I just left to get pizza.
This is literally... She's really upset because she was saying how Hila doesn't like her.
Hila says, don't talk about me on the podcast. All I said was you should have the guest. He's like, we can't mention Hila. She doesn't want me to talk about, oh, she's too good for a fucking podcast. Even though we were talked about, they never once consulted me at the beginning of spring. She has a fucking podcast. I brought life to the fucking H3 channel, but oh, Hila's too fucking good to even mention her name. I said nothing bad. I said like, oh, we should have her as a guest or whatever. Like that. Don't even mention Hila. She doesn't want to be talked about. Fucking.
Okay.
I literally don't care. Literally, I don't want to come back because I really fucking hate her.
So she always making comments about the family and how...
I wasn't. That wasn't it. I said, oh, Hila should be a
That's
guest on the podcast. And you're like, don't fucking mention Hila. She's the one we talked about. Oh, a fucking queen. You guys can talk about my shit all the time, but her, don't fucking mention her name. Dumb fucking bitch.
Okay.
I think we should just end it, honestly.
Yeah, I think so too.
She's such a fucking bitch.
She's not.
And you are too. And you're a fucking cuck.
You
have no fucking backbone.
All right, you should leave. We'll talk later. Yeah, you should get out.
I am going, but we're not talking later. Fucking bitch.
It's not about dumping. I don't know what happened. You better just. Well, if just so you know what happened, she was talking about like how you're like my mom's. She says like your brother hates you and your mom's not. Like she says this stuff in passing and it really upsets Hila. Right. So she started saying this stuff and I said Hila asked that we don't talk about this stuff anymore. Right. So that's it. That's all that happened. No, I know. Okay, but I'm just telling you so you know the situation you're dealing with. Trisha does think that Hila doesn't like her, which isn't true. But I do think that they probably need to work it out. Because Hila does like Trisha. She watched the last episode and she loved it and she thought it was great. And, you know, we both think Trisha's awesome. And I think they just need to talk. I think Trisha's right. Hila should have reached out and said something to tell her that she doesn't hate her. Because I think, you know, she doesn't feel comfortable coming to the home because there's like weird friction. Like they left last time and didn't say goodbye to Hila. And Hila's like, hey, what happened? But so I understand her emotions, you know. And I feel bad that she's feeling really bad. I do feel bad. You know, I understand and I feel bad and I'm going to try to fix it. And
now, if you made it through that clip, leave a LOL in the comments down below. So after that, Trisha got a comment about it.
Abby, advice for babysitters. I personally babysit for an NFL player. Advice is just to really research who you let babysit your kid before choosing them as a babysitter or nanny. Oh yeah. Well, for sure. I don't, again, I'm really fortunate right now. This is my job and we work from home and my job is very low key. Like I film everything at my house. So I don't foresee me needing a nanny or a babysitter. Obviously, you know, things come up, but you know, my mom is so close that, you know, I'm not that I can rely on her forever, but it's hard to trust anybody. I don't think I could trust anyone. I don't think I could trust anyone with my kids. I mean, I just don't think I could. I don't know. I just know how like, not controlling. I just know how like I am. I just want everything. Like I don't even have an assistant because I don't like to like pass on my duties to anyone. You know what I mean? So if it's like my child, it's like baby, like I'm growing and wanting my whole life. I don't know. Yeah. I don't think I could, but that's just me. And again, I literally don't judge anyone. Like, especially people who are busy and working lots of jobs. Like I get it. Like, but for me, mommy's it, you know, that's it. Mary Robbins, my shop is on.
But at the same time, you would have to just maybe be a little bit more kind, a little bit more human in a way, just a little bit without, can I say that without getting canceled today? Like literally, I just kind of feel like, can we be just a little bit more kind? But it's very hard to because of her track record, right? I mean, just her announcing she was pregnant, people thought that she was, oh, I got more receipts right here. Trisha Paytas is live and she's talking, I'm save that for another video. With that being said, I'm gonna leave it there.